Man, did you know that when you begin to walk in your purpose, you are automatically blessed and protected? Like, do you understand that so many people, they live their lives and they're frustrated because they feel like they're doing everything they can, everything they think is right, but they still can't figure out what's going on or what the problem is, why their life is always in shambles, right? But the problem is they haven't found their purpose. Each one of us is born with a purpose, with a duty, with a job, right? Or else, why would us, the individual you, out of the millions of sperm, you were chosen to be here? That wasn't by mistake, right? Your life is not a mistake. Your life is not worthless. It's not meaningless. When you find your purpose, when you understand why you were born, why you're here, so much changes. Life gets so much better. And it's because of the understanding, right? It's because you have tapped into a different realm of life. When things have meaning, when we have understanding and clarity and focus, do you know how good that feels? Do you know how relieving that is? To understand and know why you're here. But it's it's not just about that understanding. You have to implement. You have to put forth effort to do the thing that you were called to do. And that's where wisdom comes in. And I think a lot of us get that confused as well. Wisdom is not knowledge. Wisdom is not even understanding. Wisdom is having all of that information that has been given to us, that we've looked for and searched for and gained, and actually put it to use. That's wisdom. And when you have that wisdom and you have your purpose and you serve in your purpose, regardless of what that purpose is, when you do all those things and put them together, you are unstoppable. And I don't think too many people understand that. And that's why they're going through life so aimlessly, because they feel like they have no purpose. But we all have purpose. We all, our lives have meaning. We just have to figure out what that is, right? We can't keep allowing ourselves to be miserable in our unknowing space, be miserable not fulfilling why we're here. And that's why a lot of us are so lost, because we don't know. And we're steady searching and searching and searching. And we feel like we never find why. And a lot of times when we feel a certain way, when we leave a relationship or we leave a job or get fired or whatever, is because we never understood the why. That is the most pressing question in life. Why? Why did this happen? Why did I have to do this? Why did this have to go down like that? Right? So when you find out what the why is as to why you are here, as to why you, out of millions and millions and millions, out of others who could have been here in your place, when you find that out and you figure that out and you have an understanding, life gets real interesting, right? Like months ago, you couldn't tell me that I would be sitting in front of this phone, in front of this camera, because I was not a talker. I'm not about to open up to you. I'm not about to be vulnerable and tell you about my business. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care about what you have going on either, right? And my life was a mess, and I asked questions of why all the time, right? But I got to a point to where I had to ask the right questions. And that's one thing that we all need to understand is, we ask questions, but are we asking the right questions, right? I've been in an abusive relationships. I've had the growing up in a single parent household because my father was in the bar all the time drinking, right? I had low self-esteem. I had low self-image. I was emotionally distraught, right? I felt abandoned, all of that. And I will always ask why. Why did I have to go through all of that? Why did I have to suffer? But when I started asking different questions, like not why me, but what am I to do with this energy? What am I to do with this anger? Right? What am I to do with this built up animosity towards the world? Not just one person. Everybody was gonna get it, right? And I was so closed in. Like nobody knew the real me. Nobody knew what I was going through at any given moment because I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about who I was, what I was doing, why I was doing it. Whatever I wanted to do, that's what I did, and I don't have to answer or explain anything to anybody. And that's how I lived my life, right? But when I started asking, not why me, but what am I supposed to do with this? Where am I supposed to channel all of this negative energy? I got an understanding, right? I understood my purpose and it came to me clear as day, right? Whatever your passion is, my passion has always been writing. I love poetry, right? And whatever you're good at, I was good at writing. Right? My poetry is something that I'm proud of, right? So when you can put those things together and then use your experiences on top of that, I found my purpose. My purpose was to use my platform, my poetry, my writing, my stage plays, my books, to open up, because there's so many people out here who have gone or are going through the things that I went through. And any help, not everyone wants assistance, not everyone wants help, not everyone wants, to feel like a victim or to feel vulnerable. So they don't ask for help or they don't accept the help when it's offered to them. And I get it. But regardless of that, it is still my purpose, my duty, my job to at least lend that hand to whoever needs it. Right? My purpose is to use my experience and my expertise from the painful moments in my past to help others heal from their emotional traumas. Whatever your trauma may be, whether it's loss of loved ones or abusive relationships or, just the feeling of being lost or helpless or useless, whatever that emotional turmoil is that you're going through. My purpose has become to help whoever desires the help, to help them through that. And when I realized that, like, every waking moment has been dedicated to doing that, to figuring out how I can help and reach more people. And it feels good. You know, when I get feedback from people who have read my books or who have gone through my courses, the feeling is like I come to tears every time, because I'm like, man, just a couple months ago, not even that long ago, I was not doing this. You know, there were people out here that needed my help, and I was being selfish, right? So it's like when you learn and understand, appreciate, and move forward in your purpose and whatever the reason is that you were created, is magical. So I am reaching out to you, whoever you may be. Find your purpose. What are you good at? What do you like to do? When someone mentions you or thinks of you, what do they know about you? Like, what is so and so is good at this? So and so is known for doing this or being this, right? And maybe look into that thing, whatever that thing is, and figure out if that's what you're supposed to do. And when it's your purpose, you'll know it. You'll know it because you'll get an undeniable desire to do it. Every waking moment of every single day, you will get up excited and trying to find out and figure out how you can make what you're doing better, how you can reach more people with what you're doing and your message, whatever that may be. It may be cooking, right? It may be sewing or drawing or teaching, anything. But whatever it is, figure it out. Figure it out and start getting to work. Because, man, listen, I wouldn't trade this for the world. And sometimes it's frustrating because I know people who could really use my help, who could really use my guidance, but because they don't want to feel like a victim, or maybe for some people it's because it's me. Oh, that's just September. You know, it's like sometimes when people are too close, they don't really take you seriously. And I respect that, you know, and but I really wish that those who I know could use my help and my teachings and my guidance, I really wish they would allow me to at least give them a little bit, you know. But you can't help people until they are ready to be helped, and that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever level it is. But I really want you, whoever is listening to this, to really take this seriously. You don't know me, I don't know you, right? You don't know my history, you don't know my credentials, and that's fine. But please tap into and go to work in figuring out what your purpose is, why you were created and sent to this planet, because all of us have a purpose. And as soon as you find out what that purpose is, I promise you, your life, whatever you're going through, right, whatever it is that's keeping you down and confused and frustrated about what direction to go in, that's the answer right there. Because you're not serving in your purpose. You are not serving the people that you were sent here to serve, and they're waiting on you. So I ask ever so kindly, if you just take a moment, seriously, and look into your skills. What do you know how to do? What do you do best? What do you love to do? And in that, you will find your purpose, and you will live the rest of your moments and days figuring out how to use that, how to use those tools and that knowledge and those skills to help other people. Because that's what life is all about. Us serving other people on the highest level. And that doesn't just give you mental peace, but it also gives you financial peace as well. And that'll come naturally. So I ask, I can only put the information out there, but figure out what it is that you're supposed to do. Pray about it if you have to. That's really the best way. That's really where all the real clarity comes in. But when it comes to you, when you figure it out, your life will be so much better on every level possible. But you definitely have to tap into that and figure out why you were put here on this planet and who the people are that you're supposed to serve. Just wait. Just wait. When you get there, you'll understand what I'm saying. Tap into your purpose, and your life will change forever.